Well, from artificial trees to inflatable reindeer, Americans spend over $7 billion on Christmas decorations each year. But that doesn't mean you need to break the bank to get your home ready for the holidays. There are some quick and easy ways to deck the halls, and Kimberly Whitman will show you how to do it.
Kimberly Whitman is the editor-at-large for Southern Living magazine. And she says it's easier than you might think to create special memories this holiday season for your family they will remember for years to come. Kimberly's known for her creative entertaining tips and elegant style. And those ideas are featured in the pages of Southern Living each year. This holiday season, she will show you how to dazzle your family and friends with festive decorating ideas and delectable desserts.
And Kimberly Whitman is back with us again. Welcome back to the 700
Thank you.
Club. So exciting to have you here.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Hey, I want to show everybody this amazing book, Christmas All Through the South. This book is massive and it's filled with some incredible pictures of decorating all over the country and some great recipes. What is it about a Southern Christmas that's so special?
Well, this book certainly personifies what that is. It is filled with beautiful and inspirational traditions and decorations and recipes, amazing recipes, and all sorts of ideas to help you remember maybe the traditions that you grew up with that you can bring back with your family.
Well, speaking of that, you had some pretty cool ones in your family growing up. Tell us about some of your traditions.
I had some really fun ones. One of my favorite is that my mother always put an orange in the toe of our stocking every year.
An orange.
An orange. And a few years ago, I asked her, why an orange in the stocking? And she said, well, that's what my mother did. And to me, that story really personifies Christmas all through the South. I mean, it's just carrying forward those beautiful traditions that you grew up with.
It's, of course, healthier than candy canes.
It is. Well, we have those too.
You're right, right.
But yes, and it is, definitely. And it's just something that I love to do now with my own kids.
Awesome. Well, let's go over here to the mantle because, you know, everybody loves to decorate their fireplace.
Yes.
And this one is spectacular. Tell us what you've done here.
So I think when you're decorating for the holidays, one of the keys is to pick a color scheme, or I hate to use the word theme, but maybe it is in this case. We've kind of decided that this will be a Yuletide feast year. So we have lots of natural greenery and we've accented it with burlap and creams, natural colors.
It's beautiful.
But of course, I'm from Texas, so I need a little bit of sparkle.
Yes.
So I brought some mercury glass ornaments along and silver candlesticks, and
So
you know, we
maybe
just kind of tuck them in.
Up there too. I think it needs a little
You know what?
sparkle
You're
up there.
right.
Let me do this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let you do that one.
Oh yeah, that's
perfect.
Okay.
You were right. See, and you just have to take a little look and see where you need it and add it in. But the trick here is all the texture. So when you pick simple colors like that, you want to make sure you add layers of texture. And in this case, we did that.
I mean, you could go out in your yard. This is real pine.
Absolutely.
And this is real moss.
It is.
Okay.
And real magnolia branches.
Oh, those are real too. Okay.
Yes, but what you really want to do is have the combination of those different types of greenery. And I like the idea of using the natural greenery as well.
Now, the magnolia wreath, it's so simple but so beautiful, and those are real magnolia leaves.
Yes.
You're going to show us how to make this. I got to be honest, I am not a crafty person. I like to go to the store and buy it already made, but this looks pretty. I think I could do this.
I think you could too, and it's fun, right? And it's something you could do maybe with a friend, with family. So we took a wreath form that is made of oasis. You can get it at any craft store.
Any craft store.
A floral store, something like that. You soak it so it's wet.
Okay.
Soak it for a little while, so give yourself some time. Then gather up your magnolia leaves. Now these are shiny because you can polish them.
You polish
or
these
wipe
with,
them off.
what did you
pledge if
with
you want
pledge?
to? Whatever you have around the house, you can
These are
polish
real
these
magnolia
leaves.
leaves.
And then you're just sticking them right into the
just
oasis.
like go in so easy.
Yep.
I love this.
And you just keep layering and layering. And then I love the back side of a magnolia leaf also.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you could turn it around backwards.
Yeah, the brown.
Add
so
a little bit of texture.
Okay.
A different texture again. But don't you think in all of its simplicity, it's very, very elegant, right?
This is beautiful.
And it adds just a pretty handmade touch. You could hang it above the mantle like we did here. You could hang it on your door, or you could leave it in the center of your table somewhere, maybe put a candelabra or something like that in the middle.
The weather's not going to hurt it because it's all natural.
That's right.
Well, let's move on to creating a moss votive. Now, this is interesting. This is also I guess if you live in a, wet place, you can go outside and get the moss.
Otherwise, you can get it at a craft store or a florist
It's
store.
a beautiful color.
Isn't
It's certainly
it pretty?
the right
Thank
color
you.
for the holidays. So what do we do with it?
It's a little pop of color. Well, we're just going to add it to a little votive glass. You
That's
can take
great.
any glass. I wanted a pop of color, so we have green,
You
extra
don't eat it,
green
right?
here. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Somebody might think it's parsley, though.
It does kind of look. You're right. Just fill it on up with the moss.
Okay.
And then we have a place card here. We have Pat's place card.
Oh, this one's for Pat.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat, we got your name.
And
You're
you'll
down
just,
for dinner.
Let's just stick it right there.
Okay, cool.
And just tuck it in there.
That's so
there
cute.
you go. It's
Very
so simple, right? But it
Okay.
adds a real pop of color to the table.
Speaking of the table,
Yeah.
this looks like George Washington would be very comfortable coming to dine here. We have a lot of colonial looking plates. And it's layered. Tell us about it. What did you do?
Well, you're absolutely right, but we also gave it a little bit of a modern touch by adding in some of the silvers and the natural materials, and especially with this ikat cloth, which I love.
Yeah.
This natural cloth with a little bit of pattern and texture, which I think
beautiful.
is so pretty. So we really wanted to start with a base that was a pop of color on top of the tablecloth. So a bright charger, blue or green, whatever you have in your own collection. And then we layered it with different, layer all the different things that you have. I like that these are kind of a mixed match set.
You know what
That's
I like?
part of the
I
beauty.
like the pewter really brings you back to colonial days. And then my favorite, I think, has got to be the blingy pine cones.
The silvered pine
Yeah,
cones,
I
so
love
pretty.
it.
It's something you could find in a store or do yourself, but I love that. And I also love for the centerpiece, the way we put this ribbon around. It's just a simple grosgrain ribbon with silvered acorns glued to it. And then this burlap ribbon here too, which I think just gives it, again, that texture, those layers of texture that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And of course, again, a lot of these plates and things were found in thrift stores or garage sales. So keep your eyes out all year long for things that you might be able to layer on your table.
Now the centerpiece, this looks very ornate, but again, this is handmade. I mean, this is not-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is something that anyone could do. Again, start with a block of Oasis that you get at the floral shop, and you will absolutely be able to just embellish and keep adding layers like we did here. Twigs, pine cones, this silver ribbon embellishment, and the berries. And all these natural elements put together make for a really beautiful centerpiece.
Well, you know what? I think we came dressed for dinner because it's blue
Yes.
and brown, and we're blue and brown.
I love it.
We
I
planned
love the way
this.
that
We
worked
totally
out.
planned this.
Isn't that fun when that works out that
Well,
way?
this is fascinating. For more of Kimberly's expertise, you can head to the bookstores and get the latest from Southern Living. It's called Christmas All Through the South, and it's available nationwide. Kimberly, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for
It's a
having me.
pleasure.
It's my third year. It's my new Christmas tradition.
Oh, that's
Yes.
awesome. Well, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.